What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez. I am back with another MLB player prop video for you today, Sunday, June 25th, 2023. Wow. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. You can see the plan of action right there on the screen. Those are all the things that we're covering in today's video. So if you like the way that sounds, if you like the way that looks, I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, and click that notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and my channel. And without further delay, let's get into those plays from yesterday. All right, 2-1 on the day yesterday. We were just one JT Real Muto extra base hit away from making it a 3-0 day. So let's start with him. Finishes the day with 3 fantasy points over on Underdog. We took the over on his fantasy score there. Just didn't do enough to get it done. Max Scherzer, again, man, I don't know. I'm like the whisperer over here. Anytime I start forming an opinion about a player, good or bad, they go out and like show me up. So Max Scherzer goes out and strikes out like 30 batters yesterday and just really shut down the Phillies from the jump. We took the over. Bo Bichette, 1.5 total bases. Again, he comes through with a double and really just playing really well right now. So that was a really fun sweat-free play. And then we took the under Dean Kramer, 5.5 strikeouts. This one got bumped down to 5. We mentioned it in the video. Had it, or if it were to be bumped down to 5, we stay away from it. And glad we did stay away from it and not play it at 5 because he pushed. So pushes are fine, but they're not true wins. Especially when you can get it at the higher line if you're quick enough. So by us taking it at 5.5, he pushed or he struck out 5 batters, and our prop came through. So we got the win on that one. So very important to I don't want to say always not play the bumps, but sometimes playing the bumps can be a bad thing. Sometimes it's better to just stay away from those lines when they get moved. So 2-1 on the day for us yesterday. We are looking to build off this little bit of momentum that we've created over the last few days. Before we get into our plays on Prizepicks and Underdog, I do want to spend a few moments going over our partnerships with Thrive Fantasy and DGF Fantasy. So let's go. All right, Thrive Fantasy, here's what you need to know. 100% deposit match up to $250 using my promo code Chavez. Be sure your first deposit is $25 or more over on Thrive. Enjoy a very friendly payout structure. More money for you when your slips hit. And in addition to that, for being a new user, for using my promo code Chavez, you'll get a free square. Pair that free square up with one other prop, damn near guaranteed 3.2x your entry amount, or you can go for the bigger payday. You can go for that 20.2x your entry amount by going 5 for 5 in your slips using that free square to help you hit one of your legs. But no matter how you do it, make sure you do it using promo code Chavez so you can enjoy all the good things, all the perks, only over on Thrive Fantasy. All right, let's talk about DGF, Daily Grind Fantasy. Once again, very grateful to be partnering up with these companies, and again, just makes me feel very good and very proud of the growth of my channel. So DG Fantasy, we've been using the shit out of their optimizer tool over the last few videos, and it's been a ton of fun. My favorite thing so far has been uncovering value across different player prop sites, and using that information to build multiple slips in an efficient way. So $5 off any of your subscription plans on DGF for using my affiliate link. That affiliate link is in the description of this video. You may sign up for a week. You may sign up for a month. You may even take this out for a 3-day free trial. Test it out, see if it's for you, and then when you're ready to move forward, you can move forward with a weekly plan or a monthly plan. But be sure to use my affiliate link so you can get $5 off that first month over on DGF. We will be continuing to use this optimizer tool throughout future videos because I want to continue to bring you value and helping you with your player props. So any questions about those promotions, drop a comment below. So let's move on to our props for today. Let's start on over on the Prizepicks dashboard before moving over to the underdog dashboard. Starting off with a hot cup of coffee, and I'm talking so damn much, by the time I take my next sip, it's cold as hell. So here are our two plays on the Prizepicks board: George Kirby and Austin Riley. I have a habit of saying George Kirby. I don't know why, so I'm trying to enunciate George Kirby. Liking these two props for today. If you got what you want, I wish you the best of luck. However, if you want to stick around and watch me, listen to me break these down, then strap up, because here we go. And let's start with George Kirby, 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. I like the under on this one unless it gets bumped down to 4. Then I like the over on this one. Let's head over to props.cash and look at this together. All right, over on props.cash. Listen, George Kirby has put up some monster performances over his last 5 games. I mean, 7 strikeouts, 10 strikeouts, but the other 3 games, not as good, right? Let's look at his numbers on the road, because this game is being played in Baltimore, in Camden Yards. You know what I always say, shit happens in Camden. So 2 out of his 5 games on the road, his last 5 games on the road, he's gone over. 3 he's gone under. Now, if this were to get bumped down to 4, then you would see a push right there. But at 4.5, I do like the under on this one, because his road numbers are not as strong as his home numbers. And he's facing a Baltimore lineup that, honestly, they're not striking out a lot. Every team strikes out. The best teams strike out. But, you know, you see some of these whiff rates at 25, 26, almost 27%. Baltimore is in that 22% range, and that is one of the lower numbers in the league versus right-handed pitching. So while they're not the toughest matchup for a pitcher, they're also not the easiest matchup as well. So let's look at what right-handed pitchers have actually done versus Baltimore over the last few games. So we had Ryan Walker go under his prop, DeSclafani go over his prop. Yoni Chirinos did go over his prop, but only hit it with 3. And then you got guys like Zach Eflin who are just pitching, or Eflin, who are just pitching on another level right now. 7 for Savali, so forth and so forth. So again, some success can be had versus Baltimore, but this game being played in Camden Yards always kind of worries me. I like to steer clear of pitcher strikeouts, you know, or taking the over on pitcher strikeouts, because that ballpark can provide some fireworks. So for me personally, I'm playing the under George Kirby, 4.5 strikeouts for our first prop over on Prizepicks. All right, second player prop on the board. Let's talk about Austin Riley, 1.5 total bases. I like the over on this one. Let's head over to props.cash and break this one down. All right, so with this Coors Field game, Angels and Rockies today, I think it's easy to forget that the Braves and the Reds are playing today, which I think the total run total for this game is like 11, 12 or something like that. 6 of those being projected to be scored by the Braves. So you got an implied run total of 6-ish. I think it's a pretty good idea to dig into some of these Atlanta Braves players. Austin Riley caught my eye. So let's look at what he's done over his last 5 games on the road in terms of his total bases. Let's add these up: 9, 10, 11, 15, 16 total bases in 5 games. Now, in these 2 games, because these 2 games are the first games of this series, 9 total bases in those games. In terms of his hits, 5 total hits in those 2 games with 1 home run. He's driven in 3 RBIs and only struck out 1 time in those 2 games. So his plate appearances are productive. His at-bats are productive. No history versus Levi Stout, but on the season versus right-handed pitchers, batting .255, 7 home runs, 13 doubles. So nice little power for Riley versus right-handed batter or right-handed pitching. Levi Stout doesn't have a whole lot to go on so far in the season, but he has given up some production to right-handed batters. Not a ton of power, but we're talking about total bases. And Austin Riley can clear this with 1 double. So it doesn't have to be a home run. He doesn't have to hit for power today. He just needs to hit and get on base. That's really what he needs to do. So a lot of things to like here. Again, in a high-scoring game between the Reds and the Braves, somebody has to get hits, somebody has to get runs, right? Austin Riley's on a nice little roll here. We talk about baseball being a game of hot streaks, cold streaks. I think Austin Riley is in the midst of a nice little hot streak or a warm streak. So let's do it. Let's take the over. 1.5 total bases for Austin Riley. That's going to be our second prop on Prizepicks. Now we're going to head on over to Underdog and talk about one prop that I like over there. All right, the prop I want to talk about is Lane Thomas. 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I like the higher on this one, the over on this one. Let's head over to props.cash one more time and break this one down. All right, speaking of guys who are on nice little hot streaks or warm streaks, Lane Thomas is on one. So over his last 5 games, Lane Thomas has accounted for 9, 10, 13 hits, runs, and RBIs, I should say, over his last 5 games on the road, being that this game is being played in San Diego. In terms of total hits, he's given us 5, 6, 7, 8 total hits, 1 home run, driven in 2 RBIs, and averaging roughly 1 strikeout per game. So he's averaging 1 strikeout per game. He's giving us how many at-bats? Averaging 4 at-bats, 4 plate appearances. So 75% of the time he's putting the ball in play, which is what we want. Now, very small sample size versus Seth Lugo. 1 hit, but that hit was a 2-run home run. So if the guy hits a home run today, it's a pretty sweat-free prop, right? I mean, that clears pretty much all his props for the day. Definitely clears his hits, runs, and RBIs props. So there's a lot to like here. Washington on the season, you know, we've talked about this in previous videos, doing a good job not striking out a lot. One of the hardest teams in the major leagues to rack up strikeouts against. So that means they're doing a good job of drawing walks, putting the ball in play, making pitchers work. So I think Seth Lugo is a good pitcher, but we don't need him to get destroyed today in order for Lane Thomas to have a good game and to go over his prop of 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs here. So let's do it for our third and final prop of the day over on Underdog. We're going to take the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Lane Thomas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the Prizepicks board, the Underdog board, as well as your thoughts on our 3 player props that we talked about in today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking this video out, and also supporting the channel, helping it get bigger every single day. Listen, if you like these picks, if you like the picks that we've been doing the last few days, you want to see more like this, you want to know the slips, you want to see more information, head on over to the Player Prop Discord. It's 100% free now. We did launch a premium section yesterday, but there's tons of free content for you, tons of free things provided in that Discord. So if the premium thing is not your thing, you have options over there. All that information is in the description of this video. So drop a question if you have one. Drop a comment below about any of the stuff we covered in today's video. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays. And until tomorrow's MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.